So here's an interesting take that I saw from a political expert earlier today, which I was like, yes, that tracks. That tracks. Um, there are protests around the USA protesting the policies of the US immigration because they're not just arresting criminals and the worst of the worst. They're picking up people that are just maids that clean houses and landscapers and people that work as cooks at Mexican restaurants who lived here many years and even have American children, citizens born here. They're married to green card holders and U.S. citizens, so they're not going for just the criminals. They're going for everyone who is here illegally by the law of the USA, but not by the law of God. So here's the thing: all these protests that has already caused the death of two U.S. citizens, and also you have to take into account the people that have died in detention centers, immigrants who have been detained. Sometimes people that were here legally, they were here as a refugee or some. They're not worst of the worst in there. All the detention centers estimated like most of them are people that are just here illegally. They just let the visa expire and they stay here, or they came across the border, but they are not violent criminals. So, given that, and the protests going around the country causing the death of two U.S. citizens, this guy gave a great idea, which is an idea that was already applied before. For those of you that are old enough, you remember Occupy Wall Street. This is in the mid uh, 2010, I think it was, when that happened, when people revolted against banking corporations who were charging fees for anything. And people started pulling their bank accounts out of major banks like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and they started putting their money in small banks, small little credit unions, getting the money out because they were fed up. Remember that? Some of you might not because maybe you were not old enough or uh, or really informed at that time. But check it out if you didn't know about this. And this caused the banking industry to roll back fees. I remember it was a big deal, people protesting around the US, not violently in any way, but they were protesting and signs, and people then acted economically. They started putting money out of the banks. They didn't just protest. They were protesting and putting money out of the bank accounts of major corporations. And that bit. And right now, this guy, and I'm sorry I can't remember his name now, he's saying the protests are happening right now. Yeah, they're okay. They're constitutional as long as they're not violent. Keep protesting, keep going out on the street, even though those retarded Trumpers say, oh, why are you protesting? Stay home, worry about your own business. When it's a constitutional right, don't care about it, don't worry about it. He said people need to act economically as well. They need to start boycotting, not boycotting, but using less money to hurt the market. People that are in disagreement with everything that's going on and you don't want to go on the streets, you don't want to risk your life or you're afraid of getting involved, just spend less. Don't buy that Starbucks coffee you want. Or don't just go to the fast food restaurant because you want a quick meal. Start spending less. Buy things that you need, like toilet paper, I guess you do in some countries. But don't buy things that you really do not need, that you want. The latest iPhone, I gotta get it. No, that's a great idea. I wish I could show you the segment, but I don't do that here. Um, but yes, an economic bite on the business of the U.S. business would bring people to their knees that don't care about U.S. citizens being shot in the street. They don't care about protests. They just care about the Lion King, the convict in chief, my orange idol. but they don't care about the Constitution. They care about money. And those people on top. Oh, also, we're not talking about buying less on the street. We're talking about also online. If you don't need a subscription, cancel it. If you have Netflix, if you have Apple, whatever thing you're using with any tech industry, I'm not telling you to disconnect your Facebook account or your Instagram account, your whatever account. Keep it, but don't spend money online. Don't get extras. Don't get anything like, let's say, for example, those cable channels. You don't need cable channels. Everything is online. Disconnect that service. Any service that has to do with the internet, disconnect it if you don't need it. If you can get by on your phone alone, this is a plan that can work if we do the Occupy Wall Street, which was derived from Occupy Democrats, that Republicans and right wingers say, Occupy Democrats, they're complaining about that organization. It came from Occupy Wall Street, and that benefited everyone at the time. Not just Republicans or liberal, no. Everybody was happy about it because everybody was upset. If y'all remember this, if any of you participated. But remember this, protest and spend less. Cancel subscriptions. Buy what you need, not what you want, as much as possible. That will hit if we can do it. If we can do it. I know.